Hi, my name is Oskar. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Isarsoft. We at Isarsoft aim to make every camera count, and in the next 20 minutes I'm going to share with you why. As we're here at IT Trans today, I want to focus especially on passenger counting and public transport. But before we dive into the topic, I want to take a step back and have a look at the broader picture. So we live in an urbanized world. More than half of the world's population lives in cities. This entails risks and chances. Chances being everything is nearby. Cities are really convenient. But on the other side, there's also the risk of congestion, infrastructure that doesn't scale fast enough to meet the demand, or infrastructure that's not smart enough to handle all the traffic. We at Isarsoft help decision makers in cities and public transport to make the right decisions, automate decisions, and thereby provide better services to the people. I've brought 3 examples. The first one being people counting. So with our software, people on big places inside train stations, for example, can be counted accurately. And they can be counted when crossing a line. So this information is there in real time, and it can be used for planning, increasing safety, or just to have the information for further decisions. Then there's also the people counting inside vehicles that is applicable to public transport. The vehicles inside public transport can be crowded. Right now, in the times of COVID, this is a health issue. So the cameras basically, when they're facing the inside of the vehicle, count the occupation. Or when they are facing the doors, for example, 360-degree cameras can count the in and outflow without needing 3D technology, which is very expensive. The last application is one which we are very proud of. With a single camera, an entire platform can be monitored, and the people on the platform can be counted with our algorithms. That is crucial for security. So our software automatically creates an alarm to the control center when a certain threshold is reached, and then announcements can be made or security staff can be deployed. But these 3 use cases are not all. Computer vision and the processing of images is extremely powerful nowadays. With Isarsoft, we can count people, but we also can count bicycles, the number of strollers inside the vehicle, all the information which you wouldn't get from 3D sensors, but from the human eye or from cameras. Then there's also another aspect, the situational awareness. Cameras and video material can capture whether there's panic, an extremely important topic for security. We at Isarsoft have 3 different product categories that entail all these use cases. The first one being smart cameras. Smart cameras and edge applications, to be precise. Smart cameras can be mounted inside the vehicle or on the platform and provide the analytics directly on the camera. The information can be then further sent through a network. It can be a LoRaWAN network or GSM network. The second type is the edge applications. Also, like, they are deployed on small edge computers inside the vehicle or in the field and provide the analytics. And now moving from the edge to the data center, we provide servers, can be one or multiple, for evaluating all the existing cameras inside the network. So the advantage of this type of deployment is that no sensors are needed, as all the cameras are already there. From one day to the others, all cameras become smart, and no additional infrastructure is needed besides the server. And the third type of deployment is the cloud deployment. There you don't even need the data center anymore. All data is processed in the cloud. So our customers are completely free on which to choose from. Each has their pros and cons. But I want to further discuss 3 of them and make them more specific so you have a better image in mind of what you can expect from them. I want to start with the smart vehicle camera. Nowadays, the cameras usually don't have enough processing power to provide smart analytics. But the cameras of our camera partners are so powerful that we can deploy our software to those cameras and provide information such as occupancy, people flow, additional objects inside the vehicle, and situational awareness. Of course, the camera still has the possibility to simply write down the video information to the onboard unit for security purposes. But what is new is that the information can be sent through the gateway to the data center. The second type of deployment is the smart box deployment. Having a vehicle with like a bus, 4 cameras, or a train with 30 cameras, a smart box can be deployed inside the vehicle and analyze the images from the cameras inside the vehicle and then publish that information through the gateway. That has the benefit that the cameras don't need to be exchanged, but only a smart box needs to be added to the system. Last but not least, I want to put more information on the data center application. Here we have a server on the one side and the cameras on the other. Those are connected, and the cameras can be at entries on the platform or inside the vehicle. Inside the vehicle is a special case, as there needs to be a connection between the camera and the server over the air. However, the data that needs to be published from the camera to the server is quite small. It's sufficient to only send images between two stations, so every 30 seconds, for example. And these images can be of really low resolution. So the network load transferred over the air stays comparatively small. Now, having such a system installed, what's the benefit? The benefit of the Isarsoft Analytics dashboard. Well, it's very fast to set up. Having the data center application, for example, the server is added, you add the cameras to the system through the dashboard, and in 2 seconds you get the analytics in real time. Then it's very user friendly. We took special care that everyone can use our software. So it's super easy to generate reports, compare different stations, export data, or visualize data over longer time frames, and also make projections to the future. Then another point is real-time information. With our software, it's possible to get real-time information from thousands of cameras, and that is unseen. So real-time decisions can be made. The control center does not have to monitor all cameras at once, but the system can tell the people inside the control cameras, inside the control center, which cameras to look at. Then another important point is privacy by design. As we're based in Germany, we have taken hours of implementing privacy by design into our software. That starts, for example, with the user management. Different users have different access levels to the data. So not everyone can see the video information, for example. And as last point, our software provides powerful integrations. The software is principally a standalone tool. There's no need for any other dependencies, but when integrating it with other systems, it becomes even more powerful. And I want to talk about that in the next slide. Usually, transport providers have a control center where the video information is displayed to the people, to the control staff, to take actions if necessary. With the Isarsoft video analytics, it's possible that the software generates alarms depending on whether, for example, there are too many people on a platform. And then the people inside the control center can act and, for example, make a warning. Then the second integration, which is highly important, is traffic control. The signaling lights can be adjusted, their control can be adjusted according to the occupancy levels in the vehicles or on the platforms. Thereby the time which a vehicle needs to go from A to B can be reduced when there's low traffic. And then the third point is passenger information. With an Isarsoft video analytics solution, the information about the occupancy of vehicles and train stations can be given to the passengers in reduced form. So, for example, having low occupation or high occupation, and they can make their journey, their decisions based on that information. So it might be helpful to wait one more train to have more comfort and more space inside the vehicle. How does such a system look like? How does the data really look like? And what you can see here is exemplary data over a couple of months. You can see nicely on how the demand evolves. This here is data from multiple counting lines, so people moving in and out of a system. While you see the overall trend, you can also see local spikes, for example, on the left of the image at Christmas. One customer using our software is the Munich public transport provider, the MVG. And they have been using our software at the Oktoberfest. If you're not familiar with the Oktoberfest, it's a big festival here in Munich with millions of people arriving at a single station each day. So such a scenario is a stress test for every system. And we've been providing the MVG with accurate data on how many passengers have been using the system at that day or at that week. And so they could optimize their security staff deployments, but they can also now, with that data at hand, plan the Oktoberfest next year. And well, the one important thing is the confidence in the system. It's not sufficient to have a lot of data when the data isn't accurate. And the partners at MVG have highlighted that they've been astonished by the high accuracy of our system. So, summarizing this talk, why Isarsoft? Why passenger counting with cameras? It is nowadays possible to provide precise analysis on passenger counting with cameras. The precision here is really close to the human level, and it can also do the things a human can do. So it can not only count the people, but it can also count other objects, such as bicycles, strollers, that are relevant to public transport providers. Then it provides a huge saving. While the sensors inside doors, for example, need to be separately installed, the sensors for a video analytics system are usually already there in form of cameras. And then lastly, I want to mention that with Isarsoft, you get a system made in Germany. So it has all the compliance and security that is relevant to the European market. Now, this is my last slide, giving you an outlook. Where are things going? Where is the industry moving? What will we see in the future? I myself believe that the entire public transport system will get much more connected in the future. I summarize this as train to X, but this can also be bus to X, vehicle to X. So communication between the vehicle and the station, between the vehicle and the systems around it. And there will be smart signaling that is dependent on the occupancy of the vehicle, dependent on the occupancy of the platform. There will be dynamic schedules, extra trains that are deployed or enlarging the vehicles when there's high traffic, and reducing them when it's not. So resources can be saved. Then I think another topic which is really important is real-time security. Security is crucial as it really triggers the confidence of the passengers into the provider. With smart cameras, real-time security actions can be automatically done when there's dangerous situations. And then last but not least, the passenger communication will tremendously change into the next years. So I believe it will be standard that every vehicle has occupancy information, and that occupancy information and also the occupancy information from the platforms will be provided to the commuter, to the passenger, so they can make smarter decisions on their trip. My name is Oskar. Thank you very much for joining this talk. If you found this interesting, or if you have questions, or want to learn more, do not hesitate to contact me. We're based in Munich, Germany, and we're looking really forward hearing from you. See you and goodbye. Have a nice IT trans.